What's happening, Wargamers? Welcome to another episode of the hopefully weekly recurring video where basically I just do some progress updates and show you what I've kind of been working on for the week. So this is scaling Mount Backlog, and yeah. So let's take a quick look at everything. Remember, all the content that I bring you guys, though, it is only possible because of the wonderful supporters on YouTube and Patreon. If you want to join Patreon, patreon.com/Aegisbrand Studios. $1 a month. I am working on some extra rewards for people who are patron members. I'm trying to get a Discord launched and all that sort of stuff. I just need to, clean it up, find the time, all this sort of stuff. But anyway, let's take a look at the stuff I've been working on for this week. So here are the Wheel-Decor Hunters. We saw these unpainted in the last video here. As you can see, I've made considerable progress. Unfortunately, I still got a little bit of work on the hunting dogs themselves to do, mostly their harnesses and a little bit more depth. But I've gotten the humans themselves pretty much to a tabletop ready position here. Got their cloaks on here. I wanted to go with the Lethis scheme for them because I really kind of dig that look. I'm going to be painting up a whole city's army with that particular one. Yeah, so the purple was just what is it, Barrack Dur Burgundy, I believe, is the Games Workshop color with just basically a pink mixed into it to highlight it with progressively pinker tones, followed by like just a nice sort of like creamy dry brush over it, just kind of give them like a worn weathered look. But yeah, I love this guy with the axe and the hunting dog at the very front. The woman with the two hunting axes as well is a great model. But yeah, so that is the Wheel-Decor. So my Lethis Wheel-Decor that I painted up for Warcry, and these guys are going to be making an appearance as there's one last dog I forgot about here. They're going to be making appearances as demos, and this is all in the hope that maybe I can get some Warcry content on the channel. So we'll see where this kind of goes. It was also kind of nice to paint up something different. It's been an interesting little diversion now that we haven't had a lot of Crisis Protocol or Shatterpoint coming out over the month of October or November, because I had all that stuff, all the new box stuff painted up back in September. So yeah, so there's the Wheel-Decor Hunters for Warcry all done up. So what else do I got going on? Well, we got the Ogre Gorgers, the Maw Tribe Gorgers here, or the Gorger Maw Tribe. I can't remember what they're called. But these guys were a lot of fun to paint. So big, lots of great details on them. Only a handful. Once again, last time you saw these, they were still in a primed state. They hadn't quite gotten the color on them. But yeah, so here they are. Went with the really kind of sickly purple here. So basically, it was a gray base coat. I hit them all with I think it was like rattling grime contrast to like really bring down the color. And then I started building up using using sort of like a violet purple and then mixed layers of gray into it until like sort of like I ended off with sort of like a dusty brown gray as the final highlight for it. And I got that really nice sickly purple skin tone. The bones were all very simple. It was just a basic bone tone with an Agrax Earthshade, followed by just a final dry brush of that light bone to bring it back up, and then I used that for the teeth and all that sort of stuff. Went for the muted greens for their bandages and whatever was covering their eyes there. Kept it very simple paint job. Didn't really go heavy with the highlights or low lights or anything like that. I just wanted something sort of like quick and easy to put together. I think they're going to actually make for a great demo piece for Warcry as well. I think if you can play something big and stompy, it tends to get people's attention. So that's kind of the idea here. They're going to go great with the Wheel-Decor and any of the other warbands that I toss onto the demo table for people. Last project I've been working on this week, just again a couple more warbands. I'm sure you're noticing a trend here. I promise next week is going to have some different content coming your way. We got the Eskurgan True Blades, which I've gotten primed up and based in sort of this orange. I'm going with sort of like the monastic orange robes that you see with a lot of Eastern philosophies. Just because that seems to fit with their aesthetic, and I'll pick it up with like blacks and bones and stuff like that with the pale skin. It should look really sharp when it all comes out. Really dig the idea. They're actually a warband that I'm very interested in playing myself, and I've added the Black Talons to the demo rosters as well, just because it's always a good idea to have some of the big sort of like de facto heroes of the setting for demos. So we got Knave Black Talon and her coterie here. that we're going to get painted up and ready to go for the demos as well, and just gives me a chance to play around with just the basic Stormcast Eternal paint job as well. But that is stuff that I'm hoping to finish up this particular weekend and move on to some other projects. I got some Crisis Protocol terrain projects in the mix, and hopefully some Shatterpoint terrain projects in the mix as well. So we're going to see what comes in the coming week.